It was supposed to be a peaceful getaway, just the two of them, deep in the wilderness, miles from civilization. The night was calm, the fire crackling as they settled into their tent. But just as they drifted off to sleep, a strange noise shattered the silence. It wasn't the rustling of leaves or the distant call of an animal. It was deliberate, slow, heavy footsteps circling their tent. Someone or something was out there watching. Frozen in fear, they listened. The footsteps stopped, replaced by a low, guttural breathing just outside the thin fabric of their tent. The man reached for his flashlight, his hands shaking. He unzipped the tent just enough to shine a beam into the darkness. Nothing. No movement, no eyes reflecting back at him. But the air felt heavy, charged with something unseen. Then, suddenly, the breathing stopped. The silence was even worse than the sound itself. They sat in silence, waiting. Minutes passed, then an hour. Just as they started to believe it was over, the sound returned. This time, from the other side of the tent. A slow, dragging noise, like something being pulled through the dirt. The woman clutched her partner's arm, her breath shallow. They had no weapons, no way to defend themselves. Then, without warning, the entire tent shook violently, as if something massive had slammed into it. Heart pounding, the man grabbed a knife from his pack and burst out of the tent, ready to confront whatever was out there. But the clearing was empty, no footprints, no signs of an intruder. Just the eerie stillness of the forest. The fire had burned down to embers, casting long, flickering shadows. Then, from the trees, a whisper. Soft, almost human, but distorted. They didn't wait to find out more. They packed up and left before dawn. Days later, they returned with friends to investigate. The campsite was undisturbed, except for one thing. A single, deep groove in the dirt, circling where their tent had been. No animal tracks, no human footprints. Just that strange, unbroken mark. To this day, they have no explanation. Was it a prank? A predator? Or something far more sinister? Whatever it was, they never camped in that forest again, and they never forgot that night.